In just a few short years, leadership will look nothing like it does today. The way we lead teams, make decisions, and face challenges is shifting fast. Did you know that 94% of businesses say their leadership models need to change to survive in 2025? Yet, only 16% are actually prepared for that change. That's a huge gap, and it's the difference between thriving and getting left behind. The truth is, most leaders are still stuck in the past. They rely on outdated methods that no longer work. But in 2025, success will be about being adaptable, empathetic, and ready to face chaos head-on. In the next few minutes, we're going to dive into 6 powerful strategies that will define the leaders of tomorrow. You'll learn how to unlock your mental toughness, make unconventional decisions, build rapid trust, and lead through uncertainty. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll be locked in and ready to lead like never before. Chapter 1. The 2025 Leadership Shift. Why old strategies are dead. The leadership landscape in 2025 is unrecognizable compared to just 5 years ago. Traditional leadership models, often based on top-down authority, are quickly becoming obsolete. Instead, the focus is shifting towards collaboration, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. A recent study by Gallup showed that 87% of employees prefer a leader who shows empathy and values feedback. That's a huge shift. In 2025, if you can't adapt to this new wave of leadership, you'll be left behind. One of the key factors driving this change is the rise of technology. With tools like AI and data analytics, leaders can now make decisions faster and with greater precision than ever before. In fact, research from McKinsey found that companies that embrace data-driven leadership outperform their competitors by 23%. This is no longer optional, it's a requirement for survival. Leadership in 2025 isn't about managing tasks anymore, it's about managing change. Leaders who can inspire their teams to embrace change and move through uncertainty will thrive. A leader's role is no longer about telling people what to do but about guiding them through new challenges and opportunities. It's about creating a shared vision that everyone believes in and can work toward. Chapter 2. Unlocking mental toughness. The new leadership muscle. Mental toughness isn't just a buzzword. It's a must-have skill for leaders in 2025. Research by the American Psychological Association found that mental resilience is directly linked to better decision-making and performance under pressure. Leaders need to be able to withstand stress and bounce back quickly from setbacks. In fact, leaders with high mental toughness are 25% more likely to be successful in a crisis. So, how can you build this mental toughness? It starts with practicing self-discipline and maintaining a growth mindset. Leaders who focus on constant learning, rather than fearing failure, are the ones who thrive. In a world where things are moving faster than ever, staying calm under pressure can be your greatest asset. Psychologist Dr. George M. Allport once said, "The strongest principle of growth lies in human choice." This couldn't be more true in leadership. Your ability to choose your reaction, especially in tough situations, determines whether you sink or swim. Chapter 3. Unconventional decision-making. Lead like a maverick. In 2025, successful leaders are embracing unconventional decision-making. Gone are the days when leadership was about sticking to the status quo. Instead, bold, unexpected decisions are what set leaders apart. Apple's Steve Jobs and Amazon's Jeff Bezos made a career out of challenging norms. Jobs once famously said, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work." And that's the kind of thinking that drives innovation. Studies from Harvard Business Review show that leaders who make bold, unconventional decisions are 18% more likely to outperform their competitors. These leaders aren't afraid to take risks and lead with vision, even when they don't have all the answers. Instead of relying on past success, they push boundaries and make decisions based on what's possible, not what's safe. Being a maverick doesn't mean being reckless. It means trusting your intuition and taking calculated risks. In fact, research from the University of Chicago shows that leaders who balance intuition with data-driven decision-making are 36% more likely to succeed. It's about knowing when to trust your gut and when to trust the data. If you found these strategies interesting, Don't forget to subscribe for more actionable leadership tips. Chapter 4. Empathy over authority. The future of leading people in the world of leadership. Authority is becoming less important. It's empathy that's taking the lead in 2025. The modern workforce expects their leaders to understand their needs and be emotionally available. According to a report from the Center for Creative Leadership, 60% of employees believe that their leaders lack emotional intelligence. This is a massive opportunity for leaders who can step up and bridge the gap. Empathy builds trust, and trust is the foundation of effective leadership. A study from the University of California found that teams led by empathetic leaders are 20% more engaged and 30% more productive. Why? Because when employees feel understood, they feel valued and are more likely to go the extra mile. Leadership expert Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, explains that leaders with high emotional intelligence are able to create an environment where employees can thrive. In 2025, leaders who make emotional intelligence a priority will not only create better workplaces, but also foster loyalty, which ultimately leads to better results. Chapter 5. The speed of trust. Why relationships matter more than ever. Trust is the ultimate competitive advantage in 2025. But it's no longer enough to just have trust, you need to build it fast. In today's fast-paced world, building trust quickly can make or break a leadership career. Research by Stephen M. R. Covey in The Speed of Trust shows that trust is the single most important factor in organizational success. High-trust organizations outperform low-trust ones by 2-3 times in profitability, productivity, and engagement. But how do you build trust quickly? It starts with being transparent, consistent, and following through on promises. Leaders who show up consistently and deliver on their commitments build trust at lightning speed. In fact, the more you deliver, the more you'll accelerate trust with your team. Building trust also requires vulnerability. Leaders who share their own struggles and challenges humanize themselves, making it easier for others to connect. Trust isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. And in a world full of distractions, that authenticity is a rare and valuable trait. Chapter 6. Lead in chaos. Thriving in uncertainty. 2025 is a year defined by uncertainty. The world is changing fast, and leaders need to be ready for anything. The ability to lead through chaos and thrive in uncertain environments is what separates the good from the great. In fact, a study by Deloitte found that leaders who can thrive in uncertainty are 35% more likely to have successful long-term careers. The secret to thriving in chaos? Embrace it. The leaders who succeed are those who don't just survive the storm but use it as a launching pad for innovation. During times of disruption, the best leaders are those who inspire their teams to think differently and stay focused on the long-term vision. One great example of leading in chaos is Elon Musk. When the world doubted Tesla's ability to survive, Musk's unwavering belief in the company's mission drove his team to succeed. He famously said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." This mindset allowed him to lead through times of intense uncertainty and turn chaos into opportunity. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more insights on how to lead in unpredictable times. These 6 chapters offer a glimpse into the future of leadership. In 2025, success will come to those who embrace change, make bold decisions, build deep connections, and lead with resilience and empathy. Leaders who lock into these principles will not only survive, they will thrive.